I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will learn how to solve questions related to inverse relation. Assume that y varies inversely as x. If x equals to 4, y equals to 4, find x when y equals to 8. That's the first question. Second is, if x equals to minus 3, y equals to minus 8, find y when x equals to 2. And the third question is, if x equals to minus 4, y equals to 12, find y when x equals to 6. So these are three questions for you on inverse relation. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, before getting into the solution, let's try to understand what this inverse relation is. So we are saying assume that y varies inversely as x. It really means that y is proportional to 1 over x, or y is equal to constant times 1 over x, right? So we can rearrange this equation, and when we do so, we can write this as x times y equals to constant, right? So we can rearrange this equation and also write it as product of x and y is constant. So constant is equals to x times y. Is that okay? So that is the product rule for inverse relation. So in this particular example, we'll use the product rule. That is x1 y1 equals to x2 y2, right? And both are equals to constant. So in a particular relation, if there will be more than 2 points, correct? So both will be related by having the same product. If the product is same, then we say that they follow inverse relation, correct? So using this, we can easily solve the question. So in our first case, we are saying if x equals to 4, y equals to 4, find x when y equals to 8. So their product has to be same. That is to say, this is my x1 value, this is y1 value. We have to find x2 given y2. Think like this. In that case, x1 y1 equals to x2 y2, which is a constant. So here, what is x1? It is 4. So we can write 4 times this 4, which is y1, should be equals to x2 we don't know, so we'll write x2 as such, and y2 is 8 times 8. So we get a relation which can help us get the value of x2. So now, what is x2? So this implies that x2 is equals to product of these two, let me write first as such, divided by 8, correct? And now you can easily find the answer. 4 times 4 is 16, divided by 8 is 2. So we get x2 as equals to 2, correct? So that is how you should be solving it. I hope the concept is clear. You can still pause the video and answer the question. Now let's do the next one. This time what we will do is we'll write it more number of steps. We have x1 in this case. We'll use the formula x1 y1 equals to x2 y2. That's the formula and that's the product rule. We are given x1 as equals to minus 3, y1 equals to minus 8, and x2 is given to us as 2. We need to find what y2 is, correct? So that is the question for us. So let's plug in these values. So x1 is minus 3, so I'm writing minus 3 times y1 is minus 8, minus 8. So their product is how much? Plus 24, right? And that should be equals to x2 times y2. x2 is 2. y2 we don't know. We need to find. Is that okay? So we can say, well, product of these two is 24. So 24 is equals to 2 times y2. So what is the value of y2? y2 should be equals to 24 divided by 2, which is 12. So we get our answer y2 equals to 12, or y is equals to 2. Is that okay? So that is a systematic way of solving this particular question. Now part C for you. X is negative and y is positive. Find y when x equals to 0. Well, Can you solve this question? So try it out. In the first case, we took both positive. In the second case, we took both negative. And this time, we are taking one value, negative. Okay. So let's try to solve this equation. So we are saying product of these two, right? So that means x1, y1, product of these two equals to x2, y2, right? It really means what? It means minus 4 times 12 should be equals to, we don't know what y is, we'll write 6 times y. Now, we can solve for y from this equation, which is minus 4 times 12 divided by 6, correct? 6 goes 2 times with 12. So we get y value as minus 8. So we have our answer, which is y equals to minus 8. Do you see that? So that is how you can actually solve questions relating to inverse relation when we are given some points, right? So the idea here is that the product of the dependent and independent variable x and y is always constant, and that helps to solve such questions. I'm Anil Kumar. You can share and subscribe my videos. Thank you and all the best.